You know, I think I give too much credit to Pepper for being realistic when I accuse people, like when I'm like, oh yeah, people mistake Pepper as being real because she's good at talking. No, it's because I'm fucking schizophrenic and talk to her like a real person with no acknowledgement that she's an AI. That's on me. My bad. My bad for talking to my imaginary friend in front of you. I'll do better in the future. It's fucking late, dude, and somehow it's still hot as shit, and I don't understand it. I demand answers. Also, I'm fucking sleepy still, despite taking extended naps today. Also, rate my can crack. That was an okay one. That was like a soft 4. Three, yeah, that's fair. It was pretty weak, honestly. Which, you know, I expect more from a Red Bull, but that's just the vibe tonight. 3 out of 10, that's the vibe. Anyway, dude, I'm gonna just start doing my encounters, because as you can see, we're 12,000 into the struggle with nothing to show for it, so we're gonna make sure we at least have a failure to show for it. A win is ideal. Catching something, ideal. But at this point, I'll settle for something fleeing from me for the clip. No, we'll get something by the end. I refuse to settle. I'll settle for less than our target. Like a different shiny, but you know, I'm not leaving Safari Week empty-handed. I've invested far too much time into it. This is called sunk cost fallacy. At a certain point, this is gonna be not worth it anymore, but it's not now. I've got at least until the 1st to keep struggling. First try? Yeah. I didn't even get it in the first 12,000 tries. But it's fine. This is an easy activity for my barely functioning brain to be doing in the middle of the night. I've been doing a lot of this, like, while watching stuff. But the problem is that now I've been doing it so much that I've run out of stuff to watch. So I have an entirely different problem. And I can't, like, watch anime with it, like, and, like, read fucking subtitles, because then I might miss a shiny. Which is unfortunate, because that would be most of what I would want to watch / binge. The only, like, real thing in, like, English that I found to binge was The Boys. But, like, other than that, there's just, like, nothing, like, on TV that, like, interests me currently. TV being a vague term for streaming services. I don't have a television set in my dwelling on account of I'm not 97 years old. Night Watch? I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I considered watching some of those like shitty med shows. Like I kind of wanted to watch fucking House because it's so unhinged. Oh, paramedics and firefighters. I get it. That kind of show. Yeah, I'm familiar. I've seen I consume those shows like bit by bit through fucking TikTok. Like just little clips of like Chicago Med. And then I'll go look for like a part 2 to whatever I was watching so I could like figure out if they ever do dislodge that toy train from the guy's ass or whatever the fuck is going on in that particular episode, and I can never find it. So all these curiosities are left unresolved. Sounds less than enjoyable. It's incredibly not enjoyable, but it's free. And I feel like in a lot of cases that's more important. Honestly, my TikTok feed is as all over the place as I am. Because it's like everything. It's like TV clips, it's fucking food reviews, dances, complete unhinged shit posts. Fucking, for some reason, makeup tutorials sometimes. I think it's just because I have a tendency to like things when goth girls pop up, and then I see their makeup tutorials, but that's here nor there. Oh, and who can forget the animals? I get so many animal things, because I like every single animal that crosses my feed. I'm like, that's a duck? Fuck yeah, that is. Take this like. I like the ones that I see of that one, like, deer sanctuary in Japan. That place looks incredibly chill to be at. There's just deer walking around, like, coming up and, like, eating out of your hand and shit. Or, like, the Cat Island. The Cat Island. Now that's a place to be. I saw one earlier that was I'm not sure if it was cute or funny or if it was even good for the animal. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I saw a TikTok and it was like, it was a domesticated raccoon that they had shaved because it was like hot as fuck and it was like suffering. But like they had only shaved the body, so it still had like, it had a collar. From the collar up, it still had its fur, and then it still had all the fur on its tail. So it was just the body was shaved naked. It had like a poofy head and tail still. I don't know if that's like... listen, I'm not a vet, but something about that seems off. I don't know if you're supposed to shave raccoons. But I guess if it made it, like, not die of fucking heat stroke, then that's a net positive, right? I mean, yeah, raccoons, I don't know. I don't know the rules around raccoons. I don't know raccoon law. I am not a raccoon lawyer. Though I feel like a raccoon lawyer would have lots of work. Because them motherfuckers be stealing garbage. And they're guilty too. Yeah, I mean, I would pet a raccoon, no doubt. I think, provided the opportunity, there's no world where I don't pet a raccoon that is, like, domesticated. Or, like, just a wild one that looks friendly enough. I'm gonna get fucking rabies. I think that we as a society, because, like, every domesticated animal has a rabies vaccine, that we've been desensitized to how fucking scary rabies is. Like, if you get rabies, you just die. Like, it's not like this cute fucking thing where you can, like, get better. You just straight up die. Yeah, like, you're fucked. That said, I do not retract my statement about petting wild raccoons. I will still try it. I'll pet all types of weird shit if I feel like it's my only chance to. Like, don't fucking armadillos carry a disease? Because I'd touch an armadillo too. Or am I thinking of anteaters? Not that they're similar animals, they just both start with an A, and I'm a stupid child, so I figure that that's how I got them mixed up if I did. Armadillos are cool, man. I feel like we don't talk about them enough. I feel like armadillos need to come back in fashion. They're just cute little desert critters. I don't think that if I were able to get a domesticated armadillo that I would be able to refrain from naming it sand shrew, because that's all that I'd be able to think of, is how it's a real life sand shrew. Except aren't shrews like their own thing? Are armadillos shrews? I need like a wildlife expert on fucking speed dial. I have questions, like a lot of them. such as, what type of monkey do you think smokes the most weed? Because I think it's orangutans. I read that as skanks, which is also true. As long as you make sure they don't have any diseases, similarly to other rodents. There's also a thing called a skink, which are cute, if I recall. They're just little dudes. If I'm picturing the correct thing in my head when thinking of a skink. Remember that period in like the 2000s when everyone was like weirdly fixated on penguins? And then we all just suddenly forgot about them when we realized that it's too hard to save them from global warming. Like, what? I gotta use paper straws? I guess penguins aren't that fucking cool. I mean, I like penguins. They're chill. I enjoy rock hoppers. And, what's another kind of penguin? Emperor penguins. They're cool, too. You've petted a penguin before? What was it like? Penguins got it rough, man. They're birds that can't fly. And you're like, no, I mean, like, the swimming thing's a good trade-off, but everything in the water where they live wants to fucking kill them. So that honestly kind of sounds like a pretty shitty deal to me. Almost soft. Oh, it was probably like fucking like oily, right? Like, aren't penguins greasy little fuckers so they could slide? I don't know if greasy is the right word. But they're slick little fellas. Dog, have you ever seen a fucking sugar glider in person? Because them shits are small. They're real little. They're fucking tiny, dude. Bringing a sugar glider to work at Subway is crazy. Did they have it like sit under their little hat and fucking make the sandwiches for them like Ratatouille. That'd be a way less eventful movie if, like, instead of like a Michelin star kitchen, the guy that the rat was controlling had like a job at like an airport subway. Be a much worse movie. I'd be like scared to have that in my pocket. Like, they're so small. I'd be afraid of like hurting it. You'd still watch that? I mean, if it's good. What if the rat from Ratatouille was like, instead of being obsessed with like culinary arts, it was like really into accounting. The whole movie was just like watching it sit there and do spreadsheets instead. Would you still watch that movie? Yeah, I wouldn't either. All right, I've got my Red Bull, but I've also got my Liquid Death. We're double-fisted, boys. Let's get another can crack. Even weaker than the first, potentially. That might be back-to-back threes. But goddamn, just cold tea out of a fucking can when it's hot and 12:30 a.m. hit different. Yeah, that one was weak, honestly. I'm not gonna fault you for that score. When it's good, it's good, but when it's mid, it's mid, and that was worse than mid. Perfectly fair assessment, if you ask me. Bro, I was watching some ridiculous bullshit transpire on, of course, Twitter. Where else? But there was like a show where Dave Grohl made a joke about how Taylor Swift does not like perform her music live. Like, Taylor Swift fans were like genuinely offended. And like, fuck this guy. What was he even done anyway? I'm like, I mean, it's Dave Grohl, so like everything. Feel like he has every right to make that comment. Ads. I swear to God, that 90 seconds feels just as long to me as it does to you. Honestly, with how annoying Twitch ads are, and like how the Twitch sub price is going up in July, I just honestly went with getting Twitch Turbo instead. Because if you want to sub to more than 2 streamers, it pays for itself. Oh, were you stuck in ads right when you entered? And hi, Creamy. It's going all right. We're a bit over odds. Also, I double pressed that time, so I'm not gonna count the next encounter. You don't use Twitch enough to warrant getting anything, yeah. It's 100% based on how much you actually use it. In my case, I watch so many people, and I subscribe to most people that I watch, just because I don't want to sit through ads. But with like the price going up by $1 per subscription, that's really gonna add up across the number of people I'm typically subscribed to. Soft resetting for Leaf Dino on Soul Silver. Nice. I was thinking about doing a Totodile at some point, but I honestly just needed to start this Soul Silver save so I could do Safari Week. I got this Soul Silver cartridge literally a day before Safari Week started, and had to speed run it to get to the point where I could actually unlock the Safari. Yeah, the Twitch sub price going up really really hurts for people who sub to a lot of people, because that shit adds up. We fight Twitch. We've been wanting to fight Twitch for years. for a fucking decade, we've needed to fight Twitch. It's no use. Once I get them, how do I swap them into Pokemon Bank? So, I mean, I guess it depends on where your starting point is, but let's say I get something in Soul Silver, for instance. The procedure that from there is to trade it into, or I guess it'd be migrating at that point, to migrate it to a Gen 5 game, be that black or white, or black 2, white 2. And then you are gonna go to the Poke Transfer Lab to send them to Bank. That's basically it. You transfer him to a Gen 5 game to get him in the bank. With that being said, this might be like the last Safari week where you could actually transfer shit to bank afterwards. Because we don't know how long bank services are gonna stay up. And to everyone's best guess, it was gonna be a year after 3DS online services stopped, which was in what, March or April? But I have full faith that there's gonna be some type of backdoor way to do it not long after bank officially goes down. Yee, thanks. I've been working on this playlist because we are just chilling and I want the vibe to reflect that.
Plug.
I agree, Pla. Bro, I don't get it. It feels like it's like getting hotter in here somehow. But like the sun is fucking down. And listen, I didn't do too good in school, but last time I checked, that's where hot is made. That's where hot comes from. If no sun, why is get more hot? Turn the thermostat up? Joke's on you. I don't have such luxuries in my fucking bullshit studio apartment. I've got a shitty little space heater. That's why I do the hot. Oh, I understand. My bad. Oh, the global thermostat. Hey. Not to... It might be kind of a big ask, but people have been complaining about that whole, like, global warming or whatever thing for a while. There was, like, a movie about it in the 2000s. So if you could lay off the turning up the global thermostat... I'm sure Al Gore would appreciate it. And also the ice caps. No, this is Japanese. There might be some Korean in here, actually. I typically go based off of vibe rather than the language. But there is a fair amount of Japanese stuff in here. I'm not a K-pop hater, though. It's just not something I actively seek out. I'd also be lying if I said that stan culture isn't like a bit of a turn-off from that. But I'm that way with anything that has like an obsessive fan base. Like, it's very hard for me to get into something when the fans are like fucking rabid about it. Like Undertale is a great fucking example. It's very easy for a fan base to turn me off of a thing. I mean, it's been like that from like day one for me though. Like Homestuck was like that too. I'm thinking about if I get something that, even if it's not the target in one of the areas, that I may move to a different area and hunt something else there in order to mix things up so I don't go insane. But we'll see. Hey, that's what it's doing for me too, Sarah. It's half of the music's job is to keep my energy levels sustained. So I don't listen to lo-fi really, because like I'm already like the sleepiest bitch on earth, like certifiably. But when I'm listening to lo-fi, I will fall asleep sitting up without fail. Like, I'm already low-key enough that anything mellow will actually put me to sleep. but then I'm also like anxious enough that anything too high energy will like cause me to have a fucking panic attack. Like, you ever just like, this might just be me being insane. Entirely possible. But do you ever like just like listen to a song and like it just makes you feel upset? Like it like is like striking like a fucking very specific cadence that's like kind of freaking you out a little bit? Or am I just like genuinely that autistic? Because that's also possible. Like, I've had things like shuffle on that I've been like, I have to skip this right now or I am going to start hyperventilating. Like, this song is in a tempo and a key that my brain rejects. Oh! Yo, there it is! Shiny Oddish! Fucking finally, something. Okay. Alright. Alright. Alright, don't freak out. We got this. It's just an Oddish. We can catch an Oddish. We're just gonna straight ball it. We're just straight balling it. Oh, really? What? Thanks, Pepper. I'm gonna cry for just a second. Hold on, I need to make a thing for my overlay now, because I did find a shiny. But I fucking failed it. I have literally every Oddish I've accidentally thrown a ball at, I've caught. But the one time that it's shiny, I'm gonna fucking die. There's no fucking way it insta-ran from me. What a little fucker, dude. Hold on, I'm creating a little graphic to add to the overlay. I am... This is fine. I'm fine. How many encounters was that? 12 Should I put the individual one or the total? I think I'm gonna put the total. I've been going by the total generally. So 12, 318. Fuck me, man. He's like, you're kidding. That was instantaneous. No other oddish has run from me. That's incredibly fucking annoying. Hi Venus, you just we just failed an oddish moments before you showed up. So I'm making a little thing for that. It ran from me at first turn. Can't make that shit up, huh? That's a Safari Week moment if I've ever seen one. Yeah, we had Shiny Oddish Flea turn 1. Fuck me, that sucks. I guess that's better than never finding anything at all, right? It sucks because Oddish was one that I kind of wanted. Oh. I'm losing it over here. I'm just putting it back up here so I can get back to encountering. Fuck me. Well. I know, I really wanted it. It doesn't help that I had to wait until 12K to see anything at all. Let me see this clip. Did it get the beginning? No, but it serves as a time marker for me at least. Man. Out of all the things to fail, because Oddish is such a gimme. Like, it would have been the easiest thing to catch in the area. It's just unlucky. That's just pure bad luck. Because that would have happened regardless. Even if I was doing the Pokeblock thing, which I'm not, because whatever. Fuck you. But that doesn't influence the turn 1 likelihood of something running. So it not staying in the ball, no matter what, it was gonna run, even if I had thrown a Pokeblock turn 1 and it liked it. Or rather, if it was neutral, because that's what you want. I'm not doing the Pokeblock thing because I'm fucking sick of making Pokeblocks, because I just did it a bunch. Because I just did all the Gen 3 contests the other week. So I have berry blender fatigue. Also, it's not like that increases the odds of something showing up. Maybe if it did, it'd be a little more important to me. Fuck, man. Really? Oddish? We failed Oddish? I'm fucking washed, dude. Also, not to downplay, that's the first full odds shiny I've seen in like literally 20 years because I just started full odds hunting. And the only other one I've seen was like just an organically appearing shiny Cacnea when I was a kid. But we've broken the seal at least. Maybe that means the next shiny will be in like, I don't know, like 10 encounters instead of 12,000. Right? Right? I don't know if I could wait till 24K to see something else. I apologize for the ads. However, if you have Twitch Prime, that'll help you. I will not encourage anyone to ever pay for a sub, but Twitch Prime is pretty lit. Welcome back, ad watchers. What does it even advertise on my stream? Yeah, it's nice when you don't get hit by the ads. Yeah, like that's also like a valid point. Like, is it really worth it to advertise? I don't think that advertisers realize that they're just like fucking throwing their money away advertising on Twitch, because like when people get ads, they just tab out, man. They're not watching. They don't even know what you're fucking advertising to them, and you're spending tens of thousands of dollars to do it. Just stop advertising on Twitch. And also, the average Twitch user can't afford a car. Obviously not like my specific audience, but like the general audience on Twitch skews younger. Do I get anything from it? From ads? Like a couple of cents. If it was up to me, you wouldn't have ads at all. I don't fucking care. I don't need the 20 cents a month that I get from you guys having a shitty viewing experience. I don't fucking care. I don't do Twitch for money anyway. I truly do not care about people subscribing or making money from ads. The only reason I care about people subscribing, if I care at all, is just because I have cool emotes that I like seeing in other chats, and that's it. That, and like, I like to be able to talk to people while ads are playing. But like, I could suck it up and be by myself for 90 seconds. Honestly, I'd be streaming on YouTube if YouTube wasn't just awful to stream on. Because ad block actually works on YouTube. Yeah, it's obnoxious how many ads. Like, I've gotten fucking 9 ads. It's actually crazy. Our luck's getting up there. We need it. Maybe that's why the shiny showed up. Because we had more luck. But it ran because the luck isn't high enough yet. You know what? It's fine. It's fine that a shiny ran from me on turn 1 because now I've had the Safari Week experience. Is that not why we're here? Nah, dude, that's cope. I'm pissed. I wanted that little fucking plant. $360. How long are the resets in Heart Gold Soul Silver even? Because I know in some games the starter reset is long as shit. Like, isn't XY's really long? Or no, it's ORAS. ORAS is really long. I've never done soft resets for a starter. Yeah, I'm just asking, like, how long between the resets is it? Because some games are longer than others for the starter resets. Also, if you get one of the other starters shiny, are you taking it or not? I guess you could probably just take it and, like, trade it out and then reset. Of course, that assumes that you have more than one DS. Which is not a given. Yeah, Totodile would be the one that I want. That's my boy in Johto. It's actually the only generation that I pick the water starter in. Every other generation is either grass or fire. Bro, I think I slept weird because my neck is stiff as fuck. Who wants to come break my neck? Yeah, I mean, I'm generally okay with monotype final evolutions, but dragon would be good. I could see a world where it's dark, too. So true, I should drink water, not, like, alcohol. I encourage you to drink water. I implore you. Hydration is oh so very important. It's been a couple of days. Hey, yo. Huh? Yeah, I'd say probably drink some water then. A couple of days without water is a couple of days too long. Well, I say that Dark would be a good secondary type for it because it was Gen 2. And, like, that's when Dark type was introduced, so having that be part of the starter's final evos would be a good way to introduce it. And also, it fits thematically because it gives stab to crunch, and Feraligator's moves are largely based around biting moves. Hence the strong jaw ability for its hidden. I think a change like that would make Feraligator really good, actually. I could see Meganium as Grass Dragon, personally. Just because it's a dino. And dinosaurs are diet dragons. You can't prove that dinosaurs aren't dragons. Were you there? You know, like... You seen it, they were dragons then, right? I'm right? Did you play Violet or Black? Black. Without a doubt. Because that's peak. Gen 5 is peak. I'm actually pretty bummed out that Gen 5 doesn't have a Safari Zone. Because that is where I would be. You have white. That's like the same. It's also fine. Head it out, creamy. All right, thanks for hanging. We'll maintain the vibe. We will keep the vibe up. If there's one thing I know how to do, it's maintain the vibe. Every time I see an oddish now, I have a small PTSD flashback. Oh, man. My neck is starting to fucking bother me, dude. What the hell? I should get one of those, like, airplane neck pillows to sit here. I do really feel like I am gonna see the next one a lot sooner. I know that's likely jinxing it to say it, but that is how I feel. I feel like at this, and it's probably gonna be in Soul Silver as well. I think I've shaken all of the bad luck out of my system. I'd be scared if it was a Heracross, because that shit's gonna run from me for sure. Ain't no fucking chance I'm catching a Heracross. Bro, at least it feels like it's not getting hotter in here anymore. It's been nasty as shit because it's been raining for like 2 days. And the heat hasn't gone down, so it's just been like abysmally humid. Honestly, it's probably why I've been sleeping so much. How could you betray me like this, Oddish? I've been using you for Sweet Scent for a bazillion and a half encounters. I've been nothing but kind to Oddish kind. And this is how you repay me? God, but failing an Oddish really does not inspire confidence for being able to catch anything else. How many hours do I have in each game? I mean, this is like a fresh save of Soul Silver. So really not much. And then this copy of Sapphire, I do have a fair amount of time into. 500 hours in this copy of Sapphire. And then 52 hours in this copy of Soul Silver. And that's pretty much all been in the Safari Zone. Oops. My muscle memory was just mashing A, but I have not yet selected Oddish again. But I mean, like, I've had dozens of copies of Gen 3 games throughout the years. I have an unquantifiable number of hours in Gen 3. Heart Gold and Soul Silver overall, not as many, even though it is still a lot, just because those have been more expensive to get a hold of since basically always. Like, they're really expensive now, but they were always like the most expensive used Pokemon games, as someone who like bought a lot of those. That and Emerald. I guess to an extent Platinum, but not really. Because, like, you couldn't walk into a used games store or, like, a flea market without tripping over piles of fucking Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. For the longest time. It's, of course, different now, but... I for sure remember buying games for stupid cheap in that era and thinking to myself, like, this is not going to be how it always is. Eventually, people are going to figure out the kind of value they're sitting on. And then they did. Because, like, I remember multiple times I have bought copies of, like, Fire Red or Leaf Green or, like, Ruby or Sapphire for, like, $5, $10. There's no fucking way you could do that now. Rip ads. I'm trying to be as stoned as Gloom, bro. That's a Pokemon that gets it. Coca-Cola Spice? The fuck is that? They make spicy Coke now? Why? Who asked for that? It does sound very unappealing. That reminds me of the, who was it? Like fucking Mountain Dew that did like a Flamin' Hot Cheetos flavor. It's like, who the fuck wants to drink that? That sounds horrific. And yeah, I want to have all of them too, but fuck, are they expensive. Look, I got the two most expensive ones that I needed out of my collection out of the way. Because XD and Soul Silver were the more expensive ones. I'm glad we're all on the same page of wanting to raise the luck today. Because I think we've seen the consequences of what bad luck does. This song's been stuck in my fucking head. My favorite Pokemon is Espeon. I got my girl right here. That's my baby. No, I love Espeon. Honestly, good point, buddy. All this saltiness is dehydrating me. There should be a redeem for a chiropractor to come to my home and crack my back and neck for me. That should be a points redeem. I think that we should look into that. If you break someone's neck as a chiropractor, do you get sued for malpractice, or is that just murder? These are the kind of questions I know the answers to if I watched House MD. House really is a crazy show. Like, each fucking episode is like a different way of him committing medical malpractice. And also, like, committing 19 HR violations. Like, I don't understand how that man has a job. Every episode, he'll, like, call a receptionist a racial slur and then try an untested drug on a patient that didn't sign off on it. And they're like, actually, he's a genius. I'm like, no, he's a menace. What the fuck? Why does he have a job? Because it literally is like, oh, this kid came in with a scraped knee. Load the fucker up with fentanyl. Like, I was just kind of doing stuff. My favorite part is, like, every other doctor on the show, like, spends every episode trying to call him out on it and be, like, normal and, like, do their job. And he's what? He's like, what? No, shut up, pussy. And then, like, he's right somehow. I don't know. I think that Dr. House has more plot armor than any given anime character. Story of an 18-year-old who disguised himself as a real doctor and actually saw people. I want you to know that I interpreted that sentence when you said saw people as him, like, sawing people, like, with a saw, like, performing amputations. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, it's not funny when one 18-year-old disguised himself as a real doctor, but if, like, 3 children in a lab coat, like, sitting on each other's shoulders did it, it would be funny. And they, like, call themselves Mr. Doctor or something. Walked in the hospital one day and threw on a jacket and nobody questioned it. That's crazy to me. How the fuck? I have never once worked someplace and like had some random person like start wearing the uniform and me not question like, who the fuck is this guy? I was side-eyeing the new dude when I worked at a movie theater. I don't know how the fuck you get away with pretending to be a doctor. Also, like, if you look 18, how the fuck? A lot of questions. How does an 18-year-old even learn to have that air of arrogant condescension that every doctor has? I feel like that's an acquired skill. You know what? I guess that kid's no more of a fraud than any other doctor. Ever since I had a doctor who smelled like cigarettes tell me to quit smoking, I have never respected them. Oh yeah, that's something that's weird as fuck to me. Like when people are like super fucking old and are doctors. It's like, brother, you should be living under supervision in a hospital, not working in one. Yeah, like, I mean, both of these things are true. Like, smoking is bad for you, but, like, I don't want to fucking hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from someone who doesn't even practice what they're preaching to me. I need a doctor to be like Rob Lowe's character on Parks and Rec if I'm gonna listen to them. Just a perfect human specimen. With a heart rate of fucking like 50. A resting heart rate. That could pump molasses. Not some dickhead that just ate Arby's in his fucking Mercedes outside. Curly fries sound great. Yeah, I don't know why, but when fries are curly, it enhances their flavor. The real problem is, in order to get Arby's curly fries, you have to subject yourself to eating other menu items from Arby's. They should make like a restaurant that's good that has curly fries. Just spitball in here. I hate to admit it, but you're making me want Arby's, even with the full acknowledgement that that is barely passable as people food. I don't respect myself enough to draw the line there. Sometimes you just have to mistreat yourself. I'll co-sign that statement. The only way to eat fries if it's a poutine? That's ridiculous. Poutine can be good, that's fine. But that doesn't discredit the accomplishments of fries. Your closest Arby's is being turned into a Chipotle. Gross. Chipotle is such a fucking ripoff, dude. It's so expensive for like such a little portion. Like you basically have to get double meat, and that's by design. It's like, oh, if you want a normal amount of meat, you actually have to pay for 2 times the amount. I don't know where my nearest Arby's is, because frankly, that's none of my business. Whatever they're doing over there is their business. I think I have like a weird nostalgia for Arby's because like for a while, well, so like I used to live in Japan, and I was on a military base, and there are very limited options for like American food out there. So when an Arby's opened up for the first time, there were like mile-long lines. So like, I get it in that context. Like, if you haven't had Arby's in multiple years and also are all the way across the world, I could see Arby's being a comforting thing to have because I experienced that. But like, to me, it is an unhinged thing to do to have all of the options available to you like that you do in the US, and to make the conscious decision to go to Arby's. I think that should be a persecutable crime. That said, there is just a mood where it does hit the spot. You've never gone to Arby's before? Okay. Imagine eating a sandwich that makes you shit yourself instantly. Now you've had Arby's. But the curly fries are really good. Am I crazy? Doesn't Arby's like sell their curly fries in like frozen sections in grocery stores? Or am I thinking of a different chain that does that? I think Checkers does that. See, that's the ideal way to experience Arby's, is by not going to one at all and just cherry picking the best menu item out of the frozen section of your local grocery store. Just chuck some curly fries in the air fryer and save yourself digestive discomfort from eating a Arby's roast beef. What if you don't get digestive discomfort from Arby's? Then they need to dissect you in a lab and study you so that they could gene splice you to make genetic super soldiers. Your genetics suck? Well, they're only taking your Arby's resistant gene. You'll be fine. They're gonna combine your DNA with like Michael Phelps and Usain Bolt. But they just need yours because it's that one part of the puzzle that could resist Arby's making you have to shit yourself. The one feat these athletes could not accomplish. You're the final piece of the puzzle in creating Captain America. Exactly. You get it. Yeah, dude, my genetics are like also very fucking horrible. Like, it would be an unspeakable act of cruelty for me to reproduce. It'd be like a genuinely fucked up thing to wish upon a child. Yeah, no, this line of assholes ends with me, brother. Ain't no fucking way. It's not like anyone dumb enough to reproduce with me would fucking be a winner anyway. If it were up to me, I'd euthanize myself. But it's... we'll just settle for removing me from the gene pool. The only reason I haven't gotten a vasectomy is that I hate doctors. Yeah, no, my kid would be absolutely fucked. Like, my parents are assholes for not having this thought process. I started physically deteriorating in my mid to early 20s. What I would want, I'd want to do like an Astro Boy Mega Man type situation where I have like a cool robot son that I teach to fight crime. Not like a real child. No, rip ads again. Whatever ad break gives me a chance to smoke weed. Hey, boy. Sonic the fast food chain. Now that's another all-time stinker of fast food. It is an accomplishment to be capable of making tater tots that make me fucking sick. How do you fuck up frying potatoes, you freaks? Yeah, their tater tots are not good. I very rarely, I mean, I very rarely go to Sonic to begin with, but not once has it not made me feel gross. Damn, it's giving all your ads to somebody else, Gil. For every ad you don't see, someone else sees too. Oh, that's not so bad. I don't know. I have never had a Sonic hot dog that's better than a hot dog that costs $1.50 at Costco. Like, if you're gonna be in the hot dog business, you have fucking Costco as competition. You're fucked. They're good and they will never go up in price. You know who I think is a legitimate contender in the hot dog market? Is Auntie Anne's. A pretzel wrapped hot dog goes hard. Yes, get water, get hydrated. $5 chicken. They got a $5 rotisserie. Like, that's so much food for cheap. That's very hard to compete with. Also, I like how on the overlay, when you put the dollar sign, it changes it into the Poké Dollars symbol. Like, alright. It's because I'm using a Pokemon font. Veggie egg rolls with edamame. Nice. You know what I tried that I found fucking disgusting? I got, so like for sandwiches, I just wanted to like try like a fun bread just to spice things up. And King's Hawaiian, like, you know, like the company that makes like the King's Hawaiian rolls, they've got like sweet pretzel buns, and I wanted to try that. Holy fuck, did they taste chemically and awful. Do not recommend. Like, it was like eating a piece of bread soaked in nail polish remover. I did not even know it was possible with how much of a banger their Hawaiian rolls were, for them to make such a fucking ghastly, disgusting, dubious fucking mess of bread. Dude, I gotta move closer to a Costco so I can make that a thing that I do. I'm not close enough to a Costco to make use of them right now. Welcome back, and hell yeah. Dude, the air fryer is a life changer. Dude, like, actually, though, like... I don't think I've used my microwave more than 3 times since I've gotten an air fryer. Because there's just, like, nothing that the air fryer does not do better. I reheat stuff in it and I use it for, like, frozen stuff. But, like, you also can just straight up cook things in there. It's just like a small oven. Sarah, you've been talking about getting an air fryer for months. You're missing out. All this time, you could have been having easy, delicious food. Some diced potatoes in the air fryer. Yeah, I've made some like diced like hash brown type potatoes. But like it is honestly the best for reheating stuff. Like if you have leftovers, it makes them taste like fresh and new. And I cannot understate how important that is and how poorly microwaves did that. Like when you would reheat shit in the microwave, it would be like soggy and warm was the best you could get out of it. Yeah. Especially reheating fries, which notoriously do not play well in the microwave. See, now I'm thinking about my air fryer and what I want to put in it. It's all right. I've got all the stuff necessary for chicken sandwiches, including, and I'm gonna put you on to something important here. I got kettle chips to put in them too. Gotta have chips in your sandwich. Otherwise, you're just missing out. But kettle chips in the sandwich? Crazy. If you want to get real crazy with it, put like jalapeno kettle chips in there. So you get the crunch and the spice all in one. That's how you live like a fucking king. I think honestly it's like a failure on our part as mankind that pretzel bites are not as common of a side as French fries. Like we kind of fucked up by not making those more commonplace. And don't get me wrong, I'm not denying onion rings. Their place is number 2. I'm a big onion ring enjoyer. Sometimes that's just the right move over fries. But a comfortable number 3 would be pretzel bites. I also think whoever decided to make hard pretzels, like the hard crunchy little fuckers, like the default form of pretzel, I think they should be executed. Because that's clearly the inferior consistency for pretzels. I've got opinions on pretzels. I think I've been hydrating a little too much after this encounter. I gotta pee, dude. Alright, give me just a sec. I'll be right back. God, fucking Bruxish is so horrible, dude. It's gotta be the lips. It's gotta be the human lips. Eyelashes, that's valid, honestly. Like those fucking eyelashes that they put on Volkswagen Beetles. That's how that fish makes me feel. I think the fact that that fish has DSLs and also sharp-ass teeth is probably a contributing factor to my ever-increasing disdain for it. What does shiny Bruxish even look like?
What?
What the fuck, dude? That's even worse. I want this fish dead. How about you just float dead at the top of your tank like that? You're dead. You're not alive anymore. You're a dead fish.
LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James, LeBron James.
They're all taking turns sucking an imaginary dick.
Hey Finn, you have had a Sprite Cranberry. Oh good, this is epic. Y'all seeing this? This is a epic Reddit gold moment. I'm gonna give that the wholesome award. Let me updo that. You, sir, win the internet for today.
LeBron the Redditor.
That's right, I'm an incel.
Y'all ever heard of Bussies? I'll tell you what, I tried it for the first time the other day. Loved it. Didn't think I would, but I love Bussies. Big fan of Bussies now.
Wait, Hades chains?
Hades chains is in
this area?
Hades chains are pretty cool. You're not ready for the Glizzy gang. Hey!
Oh, I see someone. Fuck.
I got one. Got another.
Oh shit. A medallion user.
Got one.
Beat his ass.
They beating your ass in the quote retweets. All right, we're gonna push them. Fuck this.
The storm is gonna come to them.
I got one of them.
I got another one.
Dumbass.
Got your bitch ass, Cora.
Why is the Hades chain so funny when everyone has one?
I don't know, but that's the meta now.
There's a coil head with a turret on its head.
Oh, you found that.
What do you mean there's a coil head with a turret on its head?
You'll be fine.
Why does it have a turret?
Because it's a mod.
Why?
Because I'm diabolical. I just keep hearing fucking vine booms. Did Zay get got? Did you survive that?
Wait, he ran back. What the fuck is that? Oh, I think a little girl.
A problem is what that is.
I see you.
No, you don't. Yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah, Zay was cornered by a
coil head.
It had a turret on its head.
Isn't that crazy how that happens? Ah! Well, Zay's dead. I know that much.
Hey, Haunted.
What?
Where are you at?
Just staring at a coil head.
Toilet?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I hear the thumper. I'm gonna die.
No. Now you're gonna die.
Bitch, yeah.
Get hoed, dumbass. Bro, Comfey is such a funny Pokemon for me to think about. Cause like, what if you just shoot an attack at it and it goes right through the fucking middle? Just swish. Like just Psybeam right through the center. It does not touch it. If they applied like hitbox logic to Pokemon, Comfey would be fucking OP.
What?
Okay, no. I gotta figure out how to make that clip not keep playing when I switch over, dude. We're back at it, gamers. Let's get this bread. Let's get bread. Hey, we both got a Magikarp, Gil. We're twins. So true, Pepper. Wow. Do I think you should go to sleep? I mean, it fully depends on how tired you are and what kind of obligations you have the next day. If you're tired, listen to your body. If you're chilling, there's nothing wrong with that. I've been sleeping a fucking ton the past couple days. Yeah, rest if you gotta. That's what I would say. Yeah, I feel that. It's 2:20 here. However, I woke up at like 11, so that's just how I live my life, though. I'm nocturnal as hell. Like, it's not even really nighttime for me. Like, once I end stream, I'm probably just gonna, like, work on editing some stuff. Because this is my morning. I'm a freak, dude. I go to bed at, like, 10 a.m. I just got put on a night shift like 8 years ago and never adjusted off of that. We're getting kind of close to 13,000. I know as a fact I'm gonna put in at least 30,000 encounters in Safari Week. It's not necessarily all going to be on stream, but I'm always recording if I'm hunting off stream. Good night, sir. I hope I get it too. I'm not so sure though. But rest well. That the first one has me doubting myself. But that was just genuinely a bad luck. Like, I've got like fucking 10 oddish in my box that stayed in balls on the first throw that I accidentally threw. And the one oddish that breaks out is the shiny one. That's crazy. I've got harder to catch things that stayed in the first ball. I think after stream I'm gonna like fucking ice my neck. I had to have slept weird. One of these days. I'm gonna have to pick up the pace on the encounters off stream. Because if it took this many to see the first one, could be even longer for the second one. Could be a lot shorter. Could be a lot longer as well. Hopefully at 1K from the last one, we're getting there. Not really, we're like 400 away from that. But I mean, shit, I'll take that over another fucking 12K plus. Because 12,000 encounters on 2 systems is a lot. Because a lot of people are hunting on 4 systems, 6 systems, and then there's a few that have more, obviously. So I just realized the fishing thing comes up behind the overlay. Don't know if I love that. There we go. Now it should be on top. Let's see. Much better. Because you couldn't even read it before. And that's no bueno. I'm probably gonna add more shinies to the fishing thing, because like most of them are shiny legendaries. Just so that way they're like more rare. I mean, I guess if you want to get really technical about it, I did see the oddish under odds for its individual game. But I'm counting like the total. Just because that makes more sense to me. I personally think the next shiny's gonna be in Johto. Not that it matters that I've already seen one in Hoenn, like it doesn't like reset the odds or anything. But I just personally think it's gonna be Johto, and I think it's gonna be like a Poliwhirl. If I had to honestly guess. I thought you were like, you saw a shiny Magikarp that I somehow missed. I'm like, no way. Like, no fucking way. You're not gonna gaslight me. A shiny carp would be fine. It's just that that's really low on the list of things that I want on account of me being able to get a shiny Gyarados in this game anyway. So it's like not bringing anything new to the table to get a shiny carp. I wouldn't complain because it's still a Safari Ball. A shiny in the Safari Ball's the true prize, not what the shiny itself is. There's 7K in Hoenn. I don't know if I'll be doing another full additional 1,000, but on stream, that is. But we're getting somewhat close to full odds in their individual games. Yeah, this song is a classic. I'm worried about finding a shiny right now and reacting to it. I got a puppy laying on my feet. I don't want to frighten him. I don't want to scare the boyo. He'll be fine. There ain't no mountain high enough. Back-to-back bangers, oh shit. Sometimes when really good songs come on, I forget to talk because I'm just jamming. Like, how am I supposed to interrupt the King of Pop? Oh, and we're over 13K now. Here, half-second change of pace. Let's do these rock smashes. See if we could get a rock smash shiny. Could get a shiny Geodude from doing this. Wow, if any of these rocks actually had an encounter in them, what the fuck? Bruh. Really? What the fuck? I don't remember what percentage Geodude is, but to find 0 is crazy. Well, alrighty then. Didn't they make Michael Jackson a fucking hologram like Hatsune Miku? Or am I tripping? I know Tupac had one. There's 6K in Johto. I feel like they did. I feel like they had a hologram Michael Jackson. Bro, my stomach is growling. I think I talked about soft pretzels a bit too much. My stomach is demanding to be taken to the nearest Auntie Anne's. That's something else you can make in the air fryer if you didn't know. Get those frozen soft pretzels from the frozen section. Air fry that shit. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm basic like that too. I don't like any of the like the flavored ones that have like fucking like pepperoni and brown sugar on them or whatever the fuck. I just like a nice basic soft pretzel with salt. One time I snorted pretzel salt at lunch. You remember like how fucking crazy cafeterias in like elementary school were, or like middle school, I guess. Trying to remember when the fuck this even was. Anyway, one time I snorted pretzel salt and I spit out blood. Cause you know, pretty big fucking pieces of salt that are pretty sharp. What, you didn't snort random shit in your school cafeteria? Actually, you know what? That makes a lot of sense why I turned out the way I did. If as a kid I was snorting random substances, that maths out pretty well. come to think of it. Man, I snorted a bunch of... I would snort fucking chili powder. Done that. Crystal Light pink lemonade mix. Did that shit. The dip from Fun Dip. Did that. Not fun, by the way. Despite being labeled as such. It's false advertising. Maybe, dude, I don't know. Now the real question is, were kids being mean to me and making me snort shit because I'm autistic? Well, my whole life I've thought that I was just like trying to be cool when I was younger, or like, I don't know, maybe it was like fun for me or something. But no, now that I'm looking at it, maybe I was being bullied. Which is funny, by the way. I ain't mad at that. That is funny. Needless to say, that did eventually lead to snorting other things later in life. That's called foreshadowing. Listen, if they didn't want me to snort pills, why'd they make them so easy to crush? Riddle me that, stupid. If God didn't want me snorting things, why did he make it so that powder fits up my nose? Are you saying that the God makes mistakes? Because that's heresy, I think. Also, if we were truly made in God's image, does that mean that he's also an autistic kid that snorts pretzel salt? I mean, any answer to this line of questioning makes me right and you a sinner, so... Maybe it is I who is the righteous one. Me putting random bullshit up my nose is God's will. I'm the chosen one. I'm not going to hell because I hid the bodies well enough. Not even God can find them. I hid them in NGS. A place no one would ever look. In my basic creative space. I understand that you're trying to rile me up. But I also don't fucking care. Oh, the empty one. The Goku meme. Let's fight someplace empty. Thought you were trying to get a rise out of me and be like, yeah, your aquarium is basic bitch shit. Like, what are you talking about? That's just objectively untrue. Do. Yeah, they're buried underneath the island with the Emperor Rappy statue. You get 5 SG for finding the bodies. That too. I still think it's hilariously tone deaf of them to do a collab with SLF. I'm like, you guys literally do wrong everything that the game in that show does right. I don't understand how you can not see that. Like, they definitely haven't seen the fucking show, because... Ugh. Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to do anything with a good show. I could see a world where they also do, a dungeon meshy one eventually. Rip. It's bound to happen eventually. Yeah, you were bound to get ads eventually. Double Sonic ads? Hell yeah. No, Sonic is like top 5 grossest fast food places to me. Yeah, I think that... I think it's a generally bad idea, but I'll take it for the sole reason that SLF deserved more attention. So if it gets people to watch the show, fine. If that means that we get more SLF as a result of people watching it, fine. We already are getting more. I think that they confirmed it was like October too. Like it's supposed to be like real soon. Like it's not going to be a long wait for season 2. Honestly, I would not be surprised if it was all done horribly. I just like, I want PSO2 players to watch Shangri-La because then they'll see, they're like, oh, this is what a good game would be like. It's actually kind of like poetically ironic. That NGS is doing something with them. Yeah, they do the like they're cashing in on a show that shows what they could be doing better with a fashion scratch. And the worst part is they don't have the self-awareness to realize it. Hell fucking yes. One of the best songs on the whole playlist. They have said that. They repeatedly claim that. They absolutely don't. Even a little bit. They are liars. I don't know. I think at this point, if you still trust Sega in any capacity, you're a sucker. Like, I'm gonna need them to go ahead and make, like, a major misstep so people could fucking snap back to reality here and realize that this is how it's been. I'm gonna need them to go ahead and add NFTs to the game. So that way you guys can all just have a clean break. Mint your favorite line strike cards on the blockchain. I don't know, dude. I'm a creature of habit too. And it was like hard as fuck for me to like actually stop playing like fully, especially the first time. But like this past time that I played, like I did shit for like a month, and in that month just dealt with so much misery that I was like, there's no fucking way this has ever been good for me, and I need to leave again now. And never look back. I've been considering unlisting all of my NGS content, honestly. But at the same time, I worked really hard on a lot of it, so that's the reason I don't. Like, it all being for a super shitty game doesn't mean that I didn't spend dozens of hours editing. Like, it doesn't take away the work I put into it. Yeah, I've been doing this. Yippee. I mean, truth be told, I don't have that much of like an MMO itch, so to speak. There is nothing to be scratched. Except for my beard, apparently. This bitch is itchy, bro. Na. Get jiggy with it. Old content still gets run in GW2. Yeah. It's nice compared to old things just becoming completely irrelevant. Or in NGS's case, never being relevant at all. It didn't even last a month-ish. The drops were available in Lucille when it came out. There was never any real reason to run it. Sega has absolutely no fucking clue how to manage loot pools at all. Like how for like the first couple months of Solus being out, there was no fucking reason to do it because it didn't actually drop anything. Yeah, like they're so good at invalidating their already shitty content. It's actually impressive. Like, they're not even smart enough to shoot themselves in the foot. They miss, it ricochets off the floor, and they shoot themselves in the dick instead. Like, they're fucking comedically bad at making games. The fucking Three Stooges ass devs. Yeah, I'm never giving my money to anything made by Sega ever again. If I want to play anything they made, I will pirate it. I don't pirate any other fucking games, but I will Sega shit. I don't know where the fuck they get off monetizing something as aggressively as they do without putting out any meaningful content for it for 3 years. Yeah, and I have a feeling that the things that they do, quote unquote, good aren't even like intended to be that way. Like, they've got to be stumbling into it on accident. Because they have demonstrated time and time again that they cannot do anything good on purpose. I don't count that though, because that's just revising old content that they made poorly to finally make it like good enough. Like MDFA is how Aegis should have always been. You don't get fucking credit for fixing your mistakes over a year later. That's not how this works. I think one of the worst things that they do is the fact that, like, the grind for gear literally takes longer than the gear itself is viable for. Like, every fucking time, right when you finish something, there's something new that immediately invalidates what you already had, that you just spent weeks on. every time. And it's like, it's bad both ways too, right? Like, because you would think that the way to counteract that would be to immediately build gear when new shit comes out. But like, you do that, like I did, let's say, when Octo came out. And then a couple weeks later, they release variants of it that are fucking better. So it's like, do you guys want me to wait, or do you want me to build gear immediately? Because either way, I'm punished. There just is no winning with that game. Even if you build good gear, who gives a fuck? Because there's nothing to do with it anyway. It's just not a game. It's not a game. It's a psychological torture puzzle designed to keep you playing it for long enough to spend money on microtransactions. All right, Venus, thank you for hanging out. I should like wear a heart rate monitor for when we start talking about NGS so you could see my heart rate spike by about 30 BPM. I need to check my fucking blood pressure. I think if I kept playing that game, I would have a pacemaker by 35. You know what really sucked was being labeled as a shill for that game for a while. That sucked. All because I made a video that was like, hey, the YouTubers for this game make shitty, lazy content. And they're like, oh, so you're a shill for Sega? I'm like, no, I just don't like you. I guess you can't tell the difference. I mean, yeah, the core of the problem is that the game that they're trying to make content for is dog shit. There's nothing that you can do. You can't fucking squeeze gold out of that. You can't actually make anything meaningful or good. So if you make content for it, the only 2 routes to go, there's, I guess, 3, is 1, raw gameplay speedruns for solo content or shit like that. Number 2 is making the same guides as 8 other people who are equally as misinformed as you. Or 3, make shitty reactions to headlines where you, like, clickbait with fucking dumb react faces and thumbnails. Those are the 3 things you can do. I would say the 4th is shitpost, but as far as I've seen, nobody could do it as well as me, so I guess you can't. It was gonna be a banger too. I feel like the quality of the things that I make is completely detached from the source material. Because the reality is I could slot anything into the shitpost format like that. I just happened to be playing NGS. I mean, that the proof is right there on my YouTube too, because before I was making NGS memes, I made a Pokemon memes that did better. But yeah, even if I wanted to like finish up the editing on what I already had done for that, it still comes back to the fact that I wouldn't want to post a new NGS video, period. I do not want to renew anyone's hope or like have like the expectation that I would ever do that again. Because I won't. Like it just a couple months ago stopped. Like maybe like 1-2 months ago, I still had people asking me to make more NGS content in the comments of old videos. Which is why if you check now, the comments are disabled on any NGS upload that I have. Ad break vibing. Feels like I've been live longer than 3.5 hours, but maybe that's just the heartbreak of losing that oddish getting to me. Ba-da-da-da-da. Oddish PTSD moment. So true, Pepper. So true, girl. Are we cozy maxing? On mobile and comfy bed? Hell fucking yeah. I mean, not hell yeah to mobile because the Twitch mobile app is a nightmare, but to the concept of being comfortable, I say hell yeah. Number go up. Just keep on encountering. We're 1,000 under the individual odds for Hoenn. Which honestly just makes me thankful that I'm not doing this on only one system, because the total number still being under odds after this much time that I've spent on it would be devastating. Doing this on 2 at the same time is making me feel a lot more confident that I have a better chance. Oh, I was gonna maybe bug Ed to hang out in VC with me, but I think he's asleep. Which, you know, any sane person should be asleep right now. So I can't blame him. Oh boy. I should check, because I have resources saved, what the odds of that oddish running turn 1 were. So I could hate myself even more for being unlucky, for the crime of having bad luck. Because I know it's low. Let's see, where do I have it saved? I've got... Let me control F this. Oddish. Oh, you know what? 35% chance to flee per turn. It's not that bad. But odds of capture per ball, 50%. So I just was unlucky there. Hello, Von Blood. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. We're out here struggling in 2 regions simultaneously. Because one source of pain just wasn't enough. Let's see, how long has it been since the last one? Has it been over... It's been over 1,000 since the last one. It's been over 1,000 since the oddish. But yet the pain still feels so close. The wound is so fresh. Oh wait, the oddish I pulled up was for the Heart Gold Soul Silver one. I didn't pull up the correct Safari Zone PDF. My bad. Hold on, let's see. Oddish. Odds of fleeing per turn, 15%. And Ruby Sapphire Emerald. So I was unlucky that it ran, as opposed to the 30-something that it is in the Heart Gold Soul Silver one. Still 50-50 chance to catch per ball, though, so... Just unlucky. Lost a coin flip, followed by a 15% flee chance. That's still not that bad, all things considered. Because what is it? 15% chance is what, like a 1 in 6, 1 in 7 chance? It's still not that unlikely. I think I'm more surprised that Oddish has those numbers. Given how, like, basic and easily accessible of a Pokemon it is. I would think it'd be over a 50% capture on it. Then again, I guess they are like level 30. It does change things. Why do I have this sneaking suspicion that I'm gonna get and fail another oddish? And that this is just gonna be like a thing now? I'm so scared of finding specifically shiny Heracross. Because I am real certain I'm not catching that. Getting real close to 13,500. Halfway to the next 1,000 almost. I thought about like setting a goal for how many I want to do per day, but like it always ends up with me just doing it until I feel my eyes starting to close against my will as like a side activity while like I watch like a movie or some bullshit. At least when I'm offline. But like the day before yesterday, I didn't feel like doing any encounters. Because I did like 10k on the first day. And burned myself out hard. I've like always known this song, but like it's been stuck in my head for about a month because they decided to make a Fortnite emote of it. I think it's probably been more than a month at this point, but it's been firmly lodged in my brain. Honestly, like, Fortnite emotes have a little too much influence on my listening habits if I really had to do some self-reflection here. It's not even necessarily that it's, like, teaching me new songs, it's just that I'm, like, remembering songs that I like already. Or like the new season having like a Metallica theme got me listening to fucking Metallica again. I think regardless of what I catch in a safari ball, I'm gonna end up ribboning it alongside Espeon. The whole goal alongside Espeon's Ribbon Master journey is to kind of collect trophies along the way. I still look real close at Natu and Satu, because I feel like I'd be capable of missing that shiny if I were paying less than full attention. Because it's really just a different shade of green, and the feathers are orange instead of red. It's different, but like, out of the corner of my eye, I could see myself missing it. Ow. Now my shoulder's hurting in addition to my neck. What the fuck, man? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ice that, dude. It's getting worse. My neck and back have been tensing up for the past, like, 30 minutes. So I'm gonna raid out to somebody. I'm gonna keep doing some resets offline, but I think I'm gonna go ice my neck. Because it is starting to bother me. And I don't want to have to sit upright to talk into the microphone when my shit's bothering me. So everybody go be nice to Kat. Not gonna bother with a raid message, just be good guests. Represent me well. It's her birthday, by the way, so tell her happy birthday if you are paying attention. Oh, cool, ad. All right, we're gonna raid out. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll be back on at least Saturday, probably before then.